Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome back to another Black Library review. This time, Ephreal Stern, The Heretic Saint by David Annandale. I don't know why it took me so long to read this book because I was very excited as it was announced, and yeah, I totally regret that I didn't read it back then because it isn't as long as I would have hoped it is. The audiobook version is just about 6 hours long and narrated by the amazing Emma Gregory, so there's the plus already in there. But as it is such a short story, all the information is kinda compressed. So the book starts with the assumption that you already know who Ephreal Stern is and Kaiganal, her Eldari, buddy. And it isn't really explained what she is, who she is, why she's there, why she's the Thrice-born, and so on. So you need a little bit of digging for the background for her. Or I could just say, she was promised to the sisterhood before her birth. She rose up to the rank of Sister Superior, and on a planet which name I forgot, she was killed in the fight against the Dark Powers. She experienced her first resurrection as probably a saint. We don't know as of yet what she is, because that is when all her troubles are starting and everyone just presumes that she's a psyker. And psykers are bad, obviously, because it's the Imperium, and so she's being hunted. But don't forget that she's also a loyal servant of the throne. So even though she's being hunted, she, keeps on aiding the Imperium. But all this doesn't stop there, of course. On the planet on which she was killed, there was the Lost Sisterhood of, I believe it was also our Martyred Lady, the Order. All of the 700 sisters, these souls are in her. All the experiences, all the knowledge, and so on. And on her travels, she met Kaiganal, and he just accompanies her to a black library where they can just safeguard all these souls, even if she has to die just to extract the souls. So that is Ephreal Stern in a quick and dirty explanation. So the story begins with an Inquisitor of the Ordo Xenos. His name is Dagobah, or what I always heard, Dagobah. He's on the lookout for Ephreal because he thinks that she is a useful weapon against the Dark Powers, against other Xenos, and he does not believe that she is a heretic. In fact, he is the one who wants other people to believe that she is a saint. And he's the first one to say that she is a saint. So yeah, all of this is also in Imperium Nihilus, and there is so much retconning to do here, because apparently this is 100 years in the making. The Astronomicon is still out, and we know that the Astronomicon wasn't switched off for about 100 years. So Dagobah follows her, let me say, the path of destruction she leaves in her wake, because she destroys and murders everything chaos. And of course he finds her, they make a little pact, but she still doesn't trust him, which of course is the wise decision. And Kaiganal says, but I know what to do. Let's go meet Ephraim. Because he knows her, apparently. And in this novel, Ephraim has my favorite depiction. She is calm, she knows what to say, and she's just there to be a boss. She casually throws into the conversation that, I did the thing with Reboot Gilliman. He's awake because of me. And Ephraim is just like, oh, thank the Emperor. Yeah, shortly after that, Kaiganal says bye and goes on his own quest. And sadly, for the rest of the book, this is all we saw of him. As soon as he says bye, he's gone. Which is sad, but this is an Ephreal Stern story and not an Ephreal Stern and Kaiganel story, so yeah, but he's still such an integral part to her, so I dearly missed him here. Igraine tells them, this is the planet, go there. The planet is on the other side of the Cicatrix Maledictum, the Great Rift. And the Inquisitor says, we don't have a route there, but they do, cause the Emperor just grabs the ship with his psychic might and throws it through the Great Rift, basically, which is nothing new. The Emperor already guided fleets of ships through the Imperium, and yeah, this was just an isolated event in which is just one ship. And everyone is kinda shocked at that. So they arrive on the planet. There is a contingent of the Sisterhood of Our Martyred Lady on there. And this is the point in which everyone heard of Ephreal Stern, but the majority of the sisters never saw her. Only the Canoness knows who she really is. And this is one of the only cringiest parts of the novel. First of all, this is the point in which Dagobah says, she's a saint, do what she says, she's a living saint, believe me. And some of them are, oh yeah, might be true, because she has still faith and everyone saw what she did, she's still a loyal servant of the throne. The cringe part is the Canoness, when they're all discussing the next move, and there is the point in which Mr. Annandale just wrote, and she grimaced and nodded, because agreeing with Ephreal Stern was a physical pain to her. So, no, the only physical pain we have in this moment is me reading this line, or rather listening to this line. I had to go back because I did not believe this. However, in its ridiculousness, it fits the 40k universe, because everything is ridiculous. But yeah, so every one of the Sisterhoods gets to see that she's basically Son Goku, flies around, destroys stuff, does her Kamehamehas in form of thunder and lightning. Or is it rather Thor of the Marvel Universe instead of Son Goku? Both can fly. But yeah, so slowly but surely, one after another, one of the Sisterhood just speaks to Ephreal, and they converse a little bit, and Ephreal is immediately, you're my sisters, I'm here for you, which I loved, because she was so long in exile. She desperately needed someone of her own order. As much as Kaiganel is an integral part to her story, she is still a sister of battle. She is still a sororita. And to get her back to her sisterhood is just the best part of the story. But yeah, so on this world, the Sisterhood is being attacked by Chaos, of course, under the command of Master of Possession. And here the fighting is, well, he lays a trap, she falls into the trap, of course. And here my brain kinda shut off, like with most Black Library publications. It was a little bit too long, but as this is such a short novel, it was okay. So the limitation of words and pages definitely was in favor for these fight scenes. But the most beautiful part at the end is that we get to know what Ephreal really is. We already kinda know, it's just good to know that we have confirmation of it. The Emperor, again, does something, and we know that her visions are of the Pariah Nexus, and that the Emperor talked to her because we know that he's awake. So good stuff. There are so many good things in this novel. However, as I've said, Kaiganel, I miss you, man. All of this just made me left wanting for a second entry in the Ephreal Stern story. So as I've said, there are many great things in here, especially her reuniting with her sisterhood and how they reacted to seeing her the first time, to how they end up at the end. Great stuff. As much as I've enjoyed it for all the story tidbits and confirmation and so on, I still don't know what to give this. Because I'm a little biased, because it's an Ephreal Stern novel, I would have given it 8 out of 10. I probably should give this a 7 out of 10 more reasons for me to play Adepta Sororita. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Ephreal Stern, the Heretic Saint? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is fun. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what to say, just write the Living Saint in the comments. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!